Part 2. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 68 of Low Tide, the official program for Rude Planet, and I am your host, and I have malfunctioning gloves here. I think that these gloves have just about reached their lifespan, so it is about time I should consider buying another pair or two. But anyway, if you've seen the last episode, this is part 2 of ThatSpiderman Booth head-to-head. The first episode, episode number 67, I opened up 8 of the regular $30 V2 boxes, and I had some interesting results. I think like the total of 40 books, 24 of those books were retailer exclusives, and those retailer exclusives from current eBay prices reflected on eBay prices were on the very high end, something like $535, and on the low end, like $260, something like that. But yeah, so like, you could put them out on the market, put them up for sale, doesn't mean they're actually going to sell. But, at the same time, it does seem to be, pretty good value. Now, we've had hit and misses on the Superior box, and that's what we'll get into tonight. Yeah, man, I'm getting into like the nuts and bolts of shit. It's like no review or anything. It's like I don't really have much to say. I think like the other night I watched Logan for like the first time since it came out. Never really a big Wolverine fan. Never really a big X-Men fan. But like that one, it was very functional, and it did something different as far as cape shit's concerned. So it stands out. And it holds up. I think like my issue with it then is the same issue I have with it now, is that it remains engaging until like the movie reaches the kids, and at that point like it just completely deflates and like isn't really interesting after that. It just becomes a series of standard action set pieces, and like thankfully it's not, you know, thankfully it's not like some, you know, CGI overblown bullshit where he has giant monsters and shit. It's much smaller and more intimate in that regard. But we do get some, you know, we do get some CGI enhancements and a few other things. It just gets boring after that. Once the kids show up, you know, once it gets into like, you know, some Lost Boys type bullshit, it's just like, you know, so it's one of those movies that, you know, it gets a lot of respect because it does something different than, you know, your standard cape shit fare. But at the same time, you know, it only takes it that far. That third act for me. You know, it's like once I doubt I'll watch it very much from that. I might like watch it once or twice more in my lifetime. And it's like, you know, note to future self, you know, as soon as they reach the kids, just turn it off.
And what can I do for you, little man?
Hey, watch that little man stuff. I'm very sensitive about my height.
Well, I only called you little man because I don't know your name.
You want to know my name? Ask.
All right. What's your name?
Shorty. And I want to buy some candy.
Oh, may I suggest?
Yeah, hold the sales talk. I know what I want.
Oh, I was only going to suggest Chunky, the finest bar of milk chocolate you can buy.
Yeah, I'll take a Chunky.
Chunky, it's filled with crunchy cashews, sun-ripened raisins, and Brazil nuts.
I'll take a Chunky.
And only Chunky has that extra special Chunky shape, extra thick for extra flavor.
All right, Gabby, release the merchandise already. Chunky. What a chunk of chocolate.
Man, I kept that intro part down to less than 5 minutes. Good for you, Matt. Got yourself on the back. Yeah. Well, it's like I spent most of the day like re-editing and, you know, re-editing the episode 67 to a manageable length because there was like so much of it. And like this episode, the Superior box is a $250 box. If you've been getting into the whole mystery box game, you should be well aware of it. It's going to be mainly store exclusives and things like that. And that's the reason why I'm doing this, is to just, you know, do a comparison of like, you know, what you can get from, you know, one box to the next as far as value is concerned. Out of my experience, hold on one second. Out of my experience, you can get some big prizes from the Superior box. In times past, you'd be able to get, you know, at least your money's worth out of it. It seems to have become more and more just, you know, like variant heavy and things like that. So even if there is a slab in this box, I'm going to do the comparison based off of the basic books that you get in the box. And so that could be anything. So yeah, we're just going to, because most boxes are not going to have slabs in it. Most of the boxes are going to, you know, just have the standard 10 comic books. So we're going to base it off of that. Beyond that, I have no idea. I still like opening these boxes. Stop. What was that? Okay. So, God, I got completely derailed by that. Yeah, so like there's the 10 basic books, and then if there's any additional prizes, you know, that'll be there. But we'll do a comparison. I'm not going to do it nearly as involved as in the last one, simply because there's only 10 books in here. You know, I'll be able to give the prices as they go along and so on and so forth. But let's see if we can get into the bottom of it. As I said, I still will get a little bit of a kick opening these up, but, you know, that seems to be, you know, when it comes to variants, as I've stated before, is not exactly my thing. You know, they only go so far. So, anyway, I am excited though. We got one of these. It's a green box again this time. So, oh man, here we go. So, what would be a good one? It would be like. That's your thumbnail for you. Hold on a second. Yeah, you know, so like, God damn, Matt, you're fucking things up. Or am I padding the runtime? I don't pad the runtime, I just run my mouth. Anyway, if there's we'll see what's in it. As I said, you never can tell anymore. And that's the beauty of these things, so. For better or worse. So, but yeah, that was the thumbnail and all that. I'm trying to do a checklist in my head. It's, let's do it. Moment of truth. Oh, come on. Really? Really? What the hell, man? Okay. Okay. So, a moment of truth. We have, man. Okay, so like it says here that the next one is going to be on Valentine's Day. So that will be the next Superior box will be on Valentine's Day. And yeah, we do have a slab box. Well then, here's the thing about slabs on these things, is that yeah, you could get something really big, you know, from these things. But oftentimes the slabs are just the same old Unknown Comics or street level hero variants. They just happen to be slab. So, and like oftentimes, what was it? It was like I've seen a lot of Thor. Like a lot of signed Thor variants, and then what else was there? It was stuff like that, you know, Thor and Venom. So I'm not going to place any bets because I have no idea what's in here. But like, and at this time it comes with a T-shirt. I got to tell you that I got the T-shirt with the Illuminati box. It's one of the most comfortable shirts I have. I love it. So like, I'm actually very happy. Okay, so it's the typical, one of the designs from the street level hero. So like, yeah, this is definitely a happy find. I'm really pleased with the shirt. It's like I'm gonna pay attention to the brands, and I might just buy more of the shirts because like I kind of like the shirts, to be honest with you. But so that's a bonus. That's a bonus. So do we put a $20? Do we put a $20 what is it, handicap on this? It's possible, but I'm not going to look at the slab. I'm going to just pay attention to these for the moment. So these are the 10 books. These 10 books can be anything. Venom, Thor, X-Men. There's going to be a lot of X-Men, Venom, and Thor in this. With the occasional token DC comic. And one of these books should be signed. That's typical of these. So like we're going to look at all these and take everything into account. Aren't you special, Matt? So, okay, so we got some, we got some nullified Thor bullshit. So, we got our Thor, and then our token DC book, we got Batman Catwoman #1. So I already got like one of the variants. I might have this variant, I can't remember, but like I think I'm just about done with this. And then yeah, the one book that I got in one of those V2 boxes, the one Dark Knight's Death Metal book that was going for a little bit more money. Here's a virgin variant. So that's that. And then we have Batman #100. Tyler Kirkham variant. Pretty cool. This is pretty, as far as Kirkham goes, this is kind of weak artwork in comparison to what he's capable of. But, pretty cool. And then, here's our Venom bullshit. So we got some Venom. Very good. And then we got some, some Spider-Gwen Null bullshit. So here we go. Man, yeah, as I said, I mean, like, who did this one? You know, I know this one is Del Auto. And that's like the best cover I've seen so far. But like, even with Kirkham, you know, it's like the artwork just hasn't been up to snuff this time. And then here's our X-Men bullshit. And yep. And then some more mutant bullshit. I got the trade dress version of this in the V2 boxes. So this is the Nakayama cover of Marauders, I think number 14. So and then we got some more mutant bullshit. Man. And then final, no signed copies. And I have a slab. So, but we got some more mutant bullshit. So some very basic variants. And then we also have the slab. So let's just do this. You ready for this? You ready for this? Please be something big. So what do we got? It's signed though. This is Thor #4, signed by Donny Cates. This is the second print version from Unknown Comics and Street Level Hero. what did I say? This is like one of the books that people were going to be pulling out, right? So, I might just have to include. No, the variants are what's indicative of the box, Matt. So, thank you, JP. I was bound to get one of these sooner or later. But, yeah, I mean, like, this is cool. This is cool. This is what you get out of the boxes. But in any case, I need to punch some numbers. I'm not going to go through the whole process like the last one. This will be more truncated, but we will we'll get to the bottom of this. So, see you soon. I've been editing all day, so like that song's going through my head. Yeah, so I'm back, and I crunched some numbers here. Excuse me. So this is what I found out, and so what I found out is the retail of the raw books that were put in here was $255 retail. That's what they sell on Street Level Hero. The only one that isn't on Street Level Hero is the Batman 100, and I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, on the low end of things, you get $248. And that's before the shirt. That's before the shirt and the slab. So this is definitely a break-even box. But I'll get to that in a minute. On the high end, be $399. On the high end, that'd be $399. I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, so the big outlier to this box is the Batman number 100. This is the Tyler Kirkham cover. I think it's a god-awful cover. But he does so much better than that. But it's limited to 500 copies. And like it sells for anywhere between $50 and $135. And the last time it sold for over 100 though was on January 11th. So it goes for a decent amount of money. So there's that. One copy in a 9.8 just recently sold for $300. So if I were to get this graded and it were to come back as a 9.8, I could push that high end to 564. You want to add in the slab. The slab goes for around 60 to 80 bucks. It's a signed Donnie Cates. So 60, 80 bucks, 9.8 signed. Then there's the t-shirt, so add, 20 bucks to that. So the value is there. And I think that the value, I think it's still a crapshoot. I think that, this is one of those, shit in one hand and wish in another type situations. But realistically, in this case, I got the value back, so that's what I'm reporting on. And that's absolutely what I'm reporting on. So compare that to the last one, yeah. It's, it's like if you sell everything, minus if you won a prize or anything, you're looking at making your money back. Now here's the thing. This is the Virgin second print of Thor number 4, and it is signed by Donnie Cates. I am not going to sell this. By the time you take out fees and shipping, I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to sell it. But I will tell you what I am going to do. Because I've already been worried about what am I going to do for March. I've already set up for February, the February's giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 3 copies of Star Wars, the Republic, #1. 3 copies. So I'm going to be giving that away. But I don't have anything for March yet. And like, I'm not made a whole lot of money, and I don't have the biggest collection. So it's like, I can't really give big prizes away all the time. But what I am going to do is, once we get through February, this is the March giveaway. So there's that. Also ongoing is the 500 subscriber giveaway. So whenever I reach 500 subscribers, that will be, you know, when that giveaway happens. And I'm going to be giving away a virgin copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 55, signed by Patrick Gleason. That goes for about 150 to 200 some. It started out going for like 300. So there's only like 2,500 copies out there, and I have no idea how many of them are signed. I know it's a lot less. So anyway, that will be the 500 subscriber prize. So that can happen next month. It may happen 3 months from now. But faster I get subscribers, the faster it goes out. But I'm going to at least be doing 1 giveaway a month. And as I told you, March is figured out. So anyway, that's it. JPG, I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. I love everybody for coming by and supporting the nonsense that I've been doing. And I have no idea what I'm going to be doing by next week. I'm filming this Monday, so I have like the entire week. The only thing I have to do left is to edit. So I'll figure out what to do for next week by then. Also, January's winners were announced this weekend. Daryl Beard won some Walking Dead bullshit, and Copy 801 won a copy of Avengers number 52, first appearance of Grim Reaper, and Black Panther joins the Avengers. So let's keep this ball rolling, and I'm going to be adding some additional content to the channel within the next month or 2. I guess that's the housekeeping portion of the channel. I'm done, man. I'm done. I will see you. Well, this episode is on Friday, so I'll see you on Tuesday, and we're almost at episode 69. Nice.